Let's start the video by just showing you two items. This item over here, this item over here, this item over here. Before we start, I'm going to show you this item over here. This is the center item, number 5, okay? Which is, remember, it can just be a circle, right? But once you have a circle, it automatically takes up this zone. It automatically owns everything around it. Now, if it was turning, right, it would be turning in these 4 cycles. This one over here, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3. And these would come all together. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is 15 and 3, 18, 18, 18, and 18. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 3. 1 times 1, it's all 3s. 3 and 3. 3, 3, and 3. That's what these basics are. Here's your mug and dovey over here. And if you notice in this house, it has 1, 2, 3 areas. The center is over here. It does not touch the center here, does not touch the center here. There's 3 areas, and this one, these 4 are connected the same way over here to the center, okay? Here's the areas. This is the center, and you get these 3, these 2, and these 3 that come around it. When you get the top half of the mug and dovey, okay, or the bottom half, you see the bottom half? It comes down to here, and then the top half comes to here. There's 2 of them overlapping. They overlap this part over here. This part here is 1, 5 connecting. 1, you see, in their own house, they also have their own 5. This 5, this connects to. This 5 connects to here. There's 4 parts. Each part, this one has 3 connected with 1, of which this area has 3 connected with 1. Although you see 16 over here, 4 of them are only because they're connectors. So you have 3, 6, 9, 12. You only have 12 over here. 12. You have 4, 4, 4 is 12. It's 4, 4, 4 is 12, 16. But you must minus, okay, because they're sharing the 5 position. Now when you come to this position over here, okay, the C position is owned by the A position in the center. 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. So you would get over here, everything is owned by 3. It would be B and D. It would be 2 and 4. 3 owns 2 and 6. 1, okay, is owned with 6 and 1. 3 owns 2 and 4 equals to 6. And 2 and 4 owns 1. 1 distributes into B. So you would have 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. You would have 9, 9, 9. This is added in separately. You would have 3 times 9 equals to 27. Now 4 times 3 times 2 equals to 24. And the total equals to 51, the number to Mars. Now we're going to show it to you on the other paper over here. Here's your center over here. This is the star. This is what swings. We add in this part over here. We add in this part over here. This now will become, this will become your wing. I'm trying to see if I can get this wing over here, and we're going to make this wing over here. We're going to do the same thing. This is one wing, one side. This becomes the mug and dovey star. This part and this part are put onto it. This part and this part are put onto it, and we create the star system. Sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can't. You can see the arrow. You can see the way the split of the DNA. If you want, we can remove all of this and just have these 2 pieces. I'm going to show you what happens if we have those 2 pieces, okay? We have this one, and this one. 1, 2, 3, right? We have, because when we do this over here, right, we end up with this. Okay, we end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, and 6 pieces. 6 and 6 is 12. Now how many pieces do we get over here? And we get over here on this side over here. How many pieces? On this side over here, we get this piece. Then on this piece, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 2 that will link it together. We have 2 that will link it together. These 2 will link to the center. Okay? Now these 2 will link it to the center. Then these 2 will link it to the center. Then these 2 will link it to the center. And this is how the center is linked. 6, 6, 6, and we add on a cinder block. 6. 18 hours is now 24 hours. 3 and 3 come together inside of 8. If you want to look at something else, we can say she's really, really mean. She's really, really mean. And everything comes together and links. Everything comes together and links. And here's your cube on one side, time run by a cube. Now give me 1 second. Today is March 31st. It's the 91st day of the year. 91 minus 365 is 274, which makes it the 273rd, 274th day. And it links. It links now to 21. Can I hold on a second? It links to the last video. 21, 21, okay? 21 days times 13 is 273. 21 days of a 24-day cycle, which is the split. 7 goes to 5, 8 goes to 0 because of the penny. When you pay 7 pennies, you pay 5. When you pay 10 pennies, when you have 8 pennies, you will pay 10. When you have 7 pennies, you will pay 5. Another thing I wanted to add on, the bicycle I did in my last video. Here's your chain, okay? You run your chain L and L. These are your foot pedaling, L and L. Should it be pedaling this way, right? You see the way your foot pedal goes down like this. Isn't that the way your foot goes over the pedal? Right? And then you're gearing it with 5. You run life with 5. 10 is the seat, 10 and 10. Anyways, that's not a big thing. I'm not really happy that I even added that in. This scenario over here, everything is 1, 3, 5, and 7. 1 from the center to 3 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you have 5, then you have 3. 1, 3, 5, 7 creates the design that I made, the basic design, because it has centers. I'm talking about centers, not size. This is size. This is one center to a size. This is one complete size. When you multiply this, it becomes 105, the hand of God, plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 115, equals to a total of 120. Remember that number, 120. 3 times 4, 30 by 4. Anyways, what I want to mention here is 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. For the same reason we can't multiply the 1 to change anything, is for the same reason I'll add on the 1 next. 7 and 5 is 12 and 3 is 15, equals to 120, plus 1 is 121, 11 times 11. Everything comes from 202 cycle. 202 around 5. When you move up to the 9 birth and pull, it becomes 7 and 9. It's 202 from 7. 5, 5, okay? 5 is the center of 3 and 7, okay? Now, 8 is now the new center in the game of pull between 6 and 8. Excuse me, between 7 and 9. When we move one step forward, okay, first 3, 5, and 7, the next step is 7 and then 9, and this is where we participate in the game of pull. The greatest distance between these two is 1 and 7, and also 9 and 6. They become the same thing, because in pull, the yellow ball is 9. The 7 ball is burgundy, but so is the 15. 9 to 15 equals to the 24 days of man, if you want to look at it that way. 9 and 15, 1 and 7 equals to 8. 8 and 24. 2 and 4 equals to 6. 2 times 4 equals to 8. 6, 7, 8. 101 away from the 7th gate. Playing from the 2nd studio. I don't know how to explain it anymore. And if you ever look at this, this is the same thing as the flag. The flag, right? This is the fleur-de-lis flag, right? The fleur-de-lis flag. This is the fleur-de-lis flag. I don't know what it has to do with 3 sides, right? This is your fleur-de-lis. This is the fleur-de-lis of France. This is the flag of Quebec. Anyways, we're going to leave this video at this. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Here's an added on piece I forgot to mention as I ended up the video, so I'm adding this on. Here's the star. Why is it the star? Because it connects all the numbers that produce 10. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 4 and 6. So these are all the angles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run from here. This is going up through Venus, okay? I go over, I go down, and I come back into Mars. This one over here, I go down through Neptune. I go around, and I come back up into Saturn. Now if I was running low shoe, okay, and this was the same thing, I would be running out of Pluto all the way around and plugging back into Earth. If I was running low shoe, I'd be running out of Uranus inside the 8th position and all the way around and going back, excuse me, if I was going in Neptune, okay, where the 1 Mercury is now running, 1 Mercury is now running into Uranus because 7 is now moved over to here. 1 goes all the way around to 7 here, and this is your gematria dial. This one over here becomes 9 and 3, and this is the sky dial of Saturn. That's how these... Now, if you want to do it the opposite way, if I want to go this way, remember the 2 ways of the swastika. Do you remember the design of the swastika? Look at them carefully, which angles and where everything's going. If I go the other way, I go this way, and I go 9, okay, and I take 9 all the way around into 7. That is your creation birth. If I take this one over here, and I go all the way around, this is the 1 spirit, and I go all the way around into Earth. So this is the way the setups would look in numbers, okay? This is the way the setups would look in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And at the same time, I'm going to do low shoe, okay? I'm going to do low shoe at the same time, and low shoe becomes 3, 7, 9, 1, 8, 2, 4, 6, 5. So if it was low shoe, okay, it would be going 9 to 3, 1 to 7. At the same time, it can go 9 to 7, and 1 to 3. That creates this star over here. In regular numbers, okay, 2 would go over to 6, okay, 8 would go over to 4, or 4 would go over to 2, or 2 would go over to 4, 4 would go over to 8, 8 would go over to 6, 6 would go over to 2. If this was low shoe, inside low shoe, okay, we're going to go from Venus again. We're going to do Venus again, which is over here in low shoe, and we're going to run Venus from this corner. Where do we run the corners? Because we're not running the corners. See, here we're going around Venus. Here we're going around Mars. Here we're going around. We're going around 2, 4, 6, and 8. And we're going in 9 and 3. Here we're not going around. Here we're going from 2 to 4. Here we're going from 4 to 8. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 8 is 3. 8 and 6 is 5. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 8 is 3. 8 and 6 is 5. Okay? Now if we went 2 and 6 is 8. 2 and 6 is 8. We have 6, 3, 5, 8. If we go inside a low shoe, we end up with 9 and 3, which is 3. We end up with 3 and 1, which is 4. We end up with 1 and 7, which is 8, 7. And then we end up 7 and 9 is 16 is 6. 7 and 8, 15. This one equals to 21. 6, let me see, that's 4 numbers. 6 and 3 is 9. 9 and 5 is 14. And 8, this one will equal to 22. Is that possible? 2 over to 4. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 8 is 12 is 3. 6 and 3. 8 and 6 is 14 is 5. 6 and 2 is 8. 8 and 5, 13. 22. The same thing over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go 9 to 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 over to 1 is 4. 1 over to 7 is 8. 7 over to 9 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. They both become 22. They both become Venus and Venus. They both become Venus and Venus, regardless which way you trap that. Both creating 8. Raphael, 7286. Oh no, one more piece. One more piece. 365 plus the 91 spirit. Remember, 13 times 7 equals to 91. It's one suit. It's 1/4 of the year. 91 and 365 equals to 456. The Federation. And the number over here is 274. And it works perfectly. It works absolutely perfectly to the number of days in the cycle of 18 hours a day, and the cycle of 18 hours a day, 18 hours a day, and 21 hours a day. The 7th inning stretch, where there's 39 outs in the 7th inning stretch. After 6.5 innings played, 5 and 6, the number to the sun, number of creation. Raphael, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.